Good morning. I'm Bobby Cinema, and I am also speaking out for Joe Biden and also the midterm election. We need 60 U.S. senators to take control of the Senate, so we can bring back Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade is an important topic. It's been overturned by the Supreme Court, but there's nothing like we can do about it. One thing we can do right now is try to reinstate it, or do something about it. It is a tough market out there to get 60 Democratic U.S. senators. And to me, I don't think it can be done. Besides, it is tough to pursue a billion voters in 60 states to get 60 senators aboard. There's 50 states and there's 60 senators to get to control them, to bring back, to reinstate Roe versus Wade, or at least getting a new Roe versus Wade abortion law to get it back. It's fiscally impossible to do it. We're lucky the House voted a new Roe versus Wade bill. But we also have to guarantee that no one tries to overturn it, not the Republicans, but the Democrats. We have to make sure it doesn't ever get overturned again. I know we are scared to overturn. I know we are scared, and it's impossible. But if we were lucky, we will have to figure this thing out. I have no idea if we can get it. Joe Biden could lobby to make sure the 60 senators to get 60 senators in the Senate seat, and also get more Democrats stay in the U.S. House. So we need to get 60 senators to control the House. But a lot of times it's fiscally impossible. But nothing is impossible if we can get that right. Republicans usually forget about why we need abortion in the first place. And they usually forget the rules. Did they even think about you guys saw the cons about why you guys don't want it, but you guys never saw the pros. And so the same reason why I will not tell you the pros, because deep down you'll have to figure that yourself. But there is one pro that I can give you right now, is that it's about rights, choices. Do you realize that if a person was pregnant, they're not allowed to go outside the state just to get an abortion. So Joe Biden is doing everything he can to reinstate it. So deep down, you guys don't look at the deep down, the Republicans right now look at the cons. If they were smart, they should have looked at the pros about why. Because deep down, it's about rights. Even conservatives have rights. They make mistakes, but we still have rights. I'm not perfect either. I make mistakes, but I get through it. Joe Biden's not perfect either. He makes mistakes, but he got through it. Each president, heck, even the Senate, even the House, make mistakes. Even the Supreme Court, they're not perfect either. They make mistakes too. But the real question is, what can we do about it? Yeah, well, we can do absolutely nothing, because deep down, how do we reinstate it? They said it's not set in stone, but can it be reinstated? That's the problem. Or can we just make a new Roe versus Wade bill and make sure it doesn't ever get overturned? Not 20 or 50 or 500 years will ever be overturned again. Because we got to guarantee that if we want a new Roe versus Wade bill, we will have to make sure it doesn't ever get overturned. You guys may overturn it, but the Republicans may overturn it by the Supreme Court. But they are not right. And right now, you guys attracted a lot of bad protesters, and also kind of ruined the country. Also, kind of messed up the country. If you want to, if I was a Republicans, if you want to get it back in good graces, get Roe versus Wade back, or build a new bill so that way women can get rights. To tell you the truth, the women are not just don't want the rights for abortion. It's also the males. They deserve the rights. Because they deserve the rights. One thing we also want to fight for. One thing we also should fight for. Because besides Roe versus Wade is the right to choose. Because without Roe versus Wade, there is nothing to choose from. Because we need to reinstate it. Because we need to tell our country is the land of free. I know a lot of times you won't listen to me because I am the little guy. Like in my other videos. I am the little guy and I'm nobody. So don't listen to me. Heck, don't even listen to Joe Biden. But I will only get a few viewers when this is out on YouTube. But if Joe Biden speaks out, he'll probably get 1,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 viewers. He could speak out. He could even pitch, or he could pitch it to the Senate. He will do whatever he can to lobby it by the Senate. And the only way but he won't lobby it right now. But he is lobbying the midterm election to encourage every U.S. citizen to vote for 60 Democratic senators. It is a tough market out there to vote. People are always afraid of it. People are always afraid when you about changes. Change is not good. Change is good sometimes. Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's hard and just. But we have a right to choose. People think Joe Biden's just going to sit down and do nothing. The only thing he's going to do right now, he's going to try and do what he can. He will lobby on your behalf, but he will try. But he is going to do it legally, and he's going to do it legally. And me, I will speak out on my behalf. But we will do it legally and reasonably too. I could vote, but I won't. I could vote, but I will lose because my vote won't count because my vote says bad luck. I didn't vote for Joe Biden back then because I am because I knew he would lose if I vote for him. I am a bad luck in voting. I didn't vote for Barack Obama back then because I voted for John McCain, and I also voted for the other guy. I can't remember the guy's name in the second re-election. But because the reason I didn't vote for them, because deep down I am a bad luck charm. If I voted for Obama, he would lose. And I did the right thing to vote for those guys. Because deep down, if I voted for Obama, he would lose. Simple. My vote won't get anyone in office. Do you know how Joe Biden won? My vote for Donald Trump in the re-election. Because when I voted for Donald Trump, Joe Biden won, and he won it fair and square. So that is something I can tell you. I have the worst luck in voting. So if I support somebody, I could do that. That's my luck. But if I vote for somebody, if I vote for the guy I'm supporting, he would lose. So I have to support the other guy, the other opponent. I have to vote for the other opponent. To about when I was 13, 1993, I would have voted for Bill Clinton, but deep down, I was underage back then. But one thing I could have done, but even if I was 18 back then, I would have had to vote for George H.W. Bush, because deep down, if I voted for Bill Clinton back then, he would have lost. My teacher voted for George H.W. Bush, and Bill Clinton won. He was the right guy for the job, because deep down I was there, and I was there to vote. I was there when I see your vote for George H.W. Bush. My presence there kind of helped Bill Clinton win, because deep down I was bad luck in voting. I supported Bill Clinton, but I couldn't vote for him. Did you know I used to vote for Al Gore back in the 2000 election, and he lost? So I realized one thing in each election, in each presidential election, that when I support somebody, and when I can support somebody, that is my luck. But when I vote for them, they lose. In the midterm election, if they ask me to vote, I will. If I could support the Missouri U.S. Senator, but I will not vote for him, because he will lose in the Democratic Senate. If he was the Democrat, because if I vote for the Republican, he will lose, because that is my luck. And my luck. I know you don't believe me. I know you don't believe me now, but I know you don't believe me. But like I said, I am bad luck in voting, because when I vote, the other opponent will win. That's all I have to say right now. I'm Bobby Simma. Goodbye and good luck. Bye.